Yeah, so that could definitely lead towards the amount of passion that they have towards this one sport. Because some people
Yes.
like me myself, I like American football. I'm actually starting more and more and more over the past year or so to get into English football, and then also um, like baseball, basketball. They're not really my sports, so I never really watch them. But like I'm a huge football and English and American fan, and like that's something that I'm more drawn to. So since there is one sport and everybody pretty much has to watch this one sport, that would increase the fan base.
Sure. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that could be something I could discuss. Definitely. Okay. And right now, while you're with Derby, I believe you're, because I looked online for you like 1,000 different times to try to find phone numbers and trying to get in contact with you in bajillion different ways, and it wasn't possible. So I found out like all these different things about you. I believe you're CFO right now, right?
I'm the president and chief executive.
All right, chief. Oh, CEO. Okay, CEO. All right, I was
CEO.
close.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What exactly, like in a nutshell, what do you do?
Well, in a nutshell, um, the buck stops with me. Might be the best way to think of it. I'm in charge of ultimately making sure that uh, the team is uh, financially financially stable, profitable. That we are um, delivering results for our owners, which would be the financially stable, profitable part. That we are taking care of that we're taking care of business, so that we're investing in the football side and putting ourselves in a position to be successful and competitive on the pitch, with the team that we've got right now, as well as the team that's coming in through the academy. That we are taking care of our customers, growing the fan base so that we'll be successful in the future and have full houses. That we are developing relationships with businesses, so that we have corporate sponsorship, corporate hospitality, and businesses that want to invest, and we can make money on that. That we own our stadium and the land at our stadium and our training center, so that we're honoring our commitments with respect to local government, developing relationships in the community, looking for opportunities to make sure that we can make more money on that land in the future, making sure that we're taking care of our assets. So I mean, so it's in a nutshell, I'm responsible for ultimately making sure that the entire business is healthy and progressing and planning for the future and all of those things.
So you definitely overview just about every specific part of the industry as a whole.
Yeah, of our yeah, and of our business ultimately, I'm responsible for the entire business.
Yeah. So if your business fails miserably, you're to blame.
It's my fault.
All right. And also, I believe you're part owner, right?
Yeah, I have a small shareholding, so yeah,
Yeah.
we have
Appleby is
some.
one, and then I forget the other three guys. I think there's three.
Well, there's more. No, there's more than that. We have about nine. We have about nine investors,
Oh,
of which I'm a small investor, and then I'm also obviously an executive within the company.
hmm
So
Okay.
I'm an employee as well as an investor.
So would you and the owner technically be like on the same level, or would the owner be your boss, or or do you guys work like coexistence?
I report into Andy Appleby, so he's my boss,
Okay.
and Andy is one of our owners, and he is the managing partner, which essentially means that he's been elected by the other owners, to be the manager of that ownership group. So I'm accountable, specifically to Andy as my direct line manager or my boss, but I also, have relationships with all of the other owners, and part of my job is to make sure that, they're getting the information that they need, and that we're running the business in a way that is on par with what they're expecting.
Okay. Also, okay. Is there anything that's really difficult for your industry and specifically for you? Any things that you've had trouble dealing with in the past 18 months that really stick out in your mind?
Well, I think that there's a couple things that come to mind. I think that first of all, with respect to sports generally, I think it's a challenging business in that winning and losing, or winning is not an exact science, so like the best laid plans, the best constructed roster, the best managed roster doesn't always win on match day. So it's not as linear as other businesses would be. And I think that's what's great about it. It's unpredictable, and which is why it's great to be a fan. And that's one of the things that just makes sports so terrific. But from a straight business standpoint, you just don't know, and you can't count on winning. And when you do win, that has a very positive effect on your business. The best sales and marketing plan in the world is to win games. The problem is you can't count on that. You hope that you bring all the right people and put all the right pieces together. But you just don't know what's going to happen. Here in Derby, we've had a challenging 18 months on the field. And when we arrived and we bought the club was in the top league, the Premier League. We knew it was going to go down because of where it was when we bought it. It was halfway through the season, and they were in last place, and very, very much in last place. And so we knew we were going down. And then the next season, which we've just completed, and we're now starting the third season that we've had the club. But in the second season, we spent a lot of money to put ourselves in the best position to perhaps get promoted back up, and ultimately it just didn't work out. So and so those two seasons of not doing well have taken a toll on everybody involved within the organization, just because at the end of the day everybody wants to win. But my job at the end of the day is to immunize the organization against poor performance on the pitch. So said differently, whether we win or lose, we should still have a healthy business, full houses whenever possible, big crowds, and if I'm doing my job properly, we're still doing well, even doing well from a business standpoint, even if the club is not winning and in first place. And then if we happen to be winning a lot of matches and in first place, I should have built a strong enough engine that we can truly maximize those good times. So one of the challenges, and I've been very long-winded in saying this, is that we haven't done very well on the pitch.